When Moses ran from Egypt, he was in the wilderness on the desert for 40 years. During that time, he got the training that he needed to come back to Egypt and then to go back out again. There's some of you, God has been preparing you. It seems like you are going through a wilderness season. Like things are not going right, things are not working. You're saying, God, I'm doing everything right. How come things are not working right? Listen, when you're going through a period where God is taking you to the next level, you can do everything right and everything wrong will happen to you. It seems that way. You can be doing all the praying. You can do all the fasting. You can be reading your word. You can be fellowshipping. You can be doing everything that God requires of you to do. And yet, it seems like nothing is going your way. Don't be discouraged. You are so special that God wants to hide you. He has you in a place where he wants to protect you. Because where he's taking you, there are certain things he needs to build in you. He wants to make sure that when you are broadcast to the world, that you shine. So many times, when people go before their time, they don't last too long. I'm sure that you've seen them in Hollywood. You've seen so many child stars, right? They were great. And then all of a sudden, they just disappear. Well, that's how it is, because God wants to make sure he sees what's ahead of you. You don't see it. You don't know what's to come. You don't know the battles, the challenges, the good times, the bad times, the roller coasters. God sees all of that. So God is saying, okay, I see that a year from now, this is going to happen 2 years from now, 5 years from now. So God is preparing you based on what's ahead of you. Sometimes it can be 10, 20 years ahead of you, but he wants to make sure that you're progressively growing. So when you get to that stage where you have obstacles, you have challenges, you are so built up, you've built up enough capacity to overcome any challenge. You've built up enough capacity to overcome any obstacle. Because as you're growing, as God elevates you, man, you're going to unlock some doors that will come with a whole new set of challenges that if you don't get prepared now, it's going to break you later on. Moses was in the wilderness for a long period of time. He built up the capacity for the wilderness. That's why when he had to go back in the wilderness again, he was already used to it because God trained him in the wilderness. So when he went back there, it was like, hey, this is my neck of the wood. So what I'm saying to you was this: God is preparing you for something amazing. That is why he's protecting you and covering you and training you. He has to take you through that process. You cannot rush the process of God. Let me say that again. I don't care who you are. You cannot rush the process that God is taking you through. You can prolong it. You can be disobedient and extend it, like the children of Israel did in the desert, 40 years, a 2-week journey. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to turn a 2-week journey into a 20 or 30 years, because you're going to miss so many great things. So as you're going through your season right now, God is with you, and I'm praying for you. You're going to be okay.